Are you doing these 3 things that really have an effect on your impact when you're speaking in public in English? I'm Catherine. I'm a coach and trainer in public speaking and pronunciation for non-native English speakers, especially for you, my French-speaking friends. So the 3 things that I very often see my French-speaking clients use, which are really impacting what they're saying. The first is not being direct enough. In French, you have what I call a linguistic distance, in that you can make whole sentences and never say you or I, because you can use things like on and il faut. In fact, in English, we can translate these, but it doesn't sound nice. It's much better to use you and I, and it's okay. You can also mean everybody in English. You can translate on as you. So for example, using phrases in English like it's necessary to, it's obligatory to, or one has the ability to, or translating on as one. This sounds really indirect in English. In English, we prefer to say, you have to, you can do this. The second thing that can really affect your impact when you're speaking in public in English is not being concise. We value conciseness in English, especially in business communication. That's why it doesn't matter if you make short, simple sentences, because it's very clear to everybody. What I see many French speakers do is add extra words. For example, they'll say something like, this is one of the things that I do in my business activity. We do not need activity in this case. Or more simply, you'll often say, he explained to me, blah, 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 or he explained me. In English, we don't need to say to me or me, because it's obvious if he's explaining who he's explaining to. So he explained, da, da, da. And the third thing that affects your impact when you're public speaking in English is your overuse of what I call high school connectors. In high school, you were taught that you need to use these words. Nevertheless, moreover, besides, indeed. And you love to use them. Sometimes I hear them at the beginning of every sentence. You are not at high school anymore, and listen to a native English speaker, and I can assure you that they are not starting every sentence with one of these words. In fact, they probably don't have these words in what they're saying at all. You don't need a connector at the beginning of every sentence. You can just start the sentence. And you certainly don't need to say, moreover, nevertheless, indeed, besides. If you really want to, choose one of them to use once. So these are my 3 tips for you. They are medium difficulty to implement, I would say. Easy to medium, let's say. And I hope this helps you be more impactful.